we got to see where it all began. We got to see where it all started, don't we, people? We have to take ourselves back to the simpler time that was this in hot water. Now, what I'm going to do is, because it's transformative content, Angel. It's transformative. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to watch along with you. And we'll make it nice and big so you can see. I might pop into the corner or not. But for now, the first one, let's just take a look at what we're about to see. Okay? And the first thing I'll tell you as we start is it's so funny. Because you'll see as the show opens up here, and let's play. We'll make it nice. Oh, that's good music. I'm sorry, Matt. I promised you wouldn't let myself. I promised. And I'll stop it right here and just brag, okay? Because the universe certainly does provide. And if I can go back a click, the logo itself, I don't even remember the gentleman. Like, it's been so long. I don't even remember the guy, but as I've told you guys countless times, me and Aaron, it all started in January of 2016. I bumped into Aaron at the, not bumped into him. I was hosting the early show at the Stand, the old one, on 20th and 3rd. He was hosting the late show. He said, do you do a podcast? I was talking about my Geno's Picks football one. I said, only during football season. I asked him why. Aaron said, I was asked today if I did a podcast, and I said, I'd only want to do one with Geno. It was a long time ago. And I said, let's do one. And he goes, how do we do it? I'm like, I bring my laptop over to your apartment. We hit record, talk for an hour or two, and we upload it to the internet because I had a site back then. And he goes, and this is where the name came from. And a lot of you know where the name came from, right, Kiki? He goes, this is how little he knew about recording a podcast because he's just all about stand-up. He goes, hey, I got a hot tub. We'll just record in my hot tub and we'll call it In Hot Water. Oh, that's why it's called In Hot Water. It was everyone's like, well, it's got to be called In Hot Water because Aaron and Geno get themselves into a little bit of trouble, which I'm telling you, we might do on this episode, but I got to take it down because we got right into the nudity and the fart porn. We didn't mess around. We hit the ground running.
You know what happens in hot tubs with adults?
Oof, yes. Way before people when hot tubs before they were for swinging and making pleas to the court. And finally, we had a fan who literally made the logo you see here. This gorgeous In Hot Water logo. Look at that. And it was, and because we were such assholes, he put us in our finery. Aaron with the cigarette, me and my top hat. Excuse me, Aaron with a cigar, me and my top hat. And this became the logo. And Garrett and John at the time put the music up. And then they hit play on June 1st, 2016. And this is what you saw, kiddos. Black coffee and a cigar.
Welcome, everybody, to the premiere episode of...
How do you say it in French? Premiere?
Le première, we don't care about the freedom of speech, Jean-Paul Sartre.
More of a Camus guy.
Yeah, I got in trouble last time I talked philosophy on this show because somebody called me out. I was like, I like the pre-Socratics. They're like, who? I'm like, Denzel Washington. I had no idea who the pre-Socratics were. Welcome to the first episode of In Hot Water. We're absolutely thrilled to be here. We're going to sign our contracts today to make it official, but we don't want to waste paper and become part of the problem. So we have contractual obligations with these great people here.
Well, so, you know, it's serious because they made that look. Can we see the logo again? Can we just see the logo again? Look at how proud I am of this logo. And I'll tell you after we take another peek at this logo, how I came to be sitting in that chair. Interesting. And because it was one thing when we sent them the logo, you know, that's all in the courting stage. But once they make this bitch, once they put that in, and that's like 3D, that's graphic. That makes, I don't know about you, but looking at that makes me want to drink. But I've said that about a lot of things. Boy, was that a prophetic, that's pathetic and prophetic. Was that a prophetic statement by Geno Low in episode 001? When I simply said, it makes me want to drink. And boy, did I. Some people say I drank myself out of this co-host. Let's get back. But how I came to be sitting in that chair, because I don't care what anyone says. I'm a very passive guy. Do what you want to do. Don't get me wrong. I'm passive aggressive, but it's like wherever you want to sit, Aaron. But something in my brain, without trying to fucking overcome Aaron's ego, said I should probably sit here because you take phone calls here and I'm better at answering phone calls. And Aaron said, okay. I came that close to always being in the number 2 chair. but I wound up in the number one chair, and trust me, this isn't some power struggle. It's how it should have been, because that allowed Aaron to get up whenever he wanted, run into the other room.
Why were you in the number one chair?
Because I'm number one. Because I was in the number one chair. Because if they fielded phone calls, I was better at fielding phone calls than Aaron. But when it quickly became apparent, I was the guy that spun the plates. All right, let's get back.